Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here as we are back and ready to go now after our 30-minute lightning delay. It's still having some light rain out, but now the umpires have made their decision as the storm here in Rapid City is starting to just kind of come out a little bit. We're just on the edge here in the next few minutes. We're going to be completely out of it, so hopefully that comes by really fast. But this is game one of the state qualifier here, as it's a best of three here. So if the Hardhats wins, who they will go into the state tournament, we will see how that will all pan out. Who they will play first, it kind of depends on the other teams going on and stuff like that. So we went through the Spearfish lineup on our first attempt before we got canceled. But we will go through it again here. So Spearfish, their lineup here, going 1 through 9, leading off hitter is going to be left fielder number 13, Tucker Olson. Batting second, playing center field, number 15, Aiden Merviden. Batting third and pitching, number 22, Jack Branham. Batting fourth, playing first base, is number 16, Brock Lewis. Batting fifth, playing catcher, number 6, Owen Bruner. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 23, Sean Sewell. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 4, Walker Weissman. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 2, Jackson Peters Hatton. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 11, Jack Scharf. And with Jack Branham on the mound, that is the Spearfish lineup. Here is your Post 22 Hardhats lineup. Batting first, leading off, is the third baseman, number 10, Aiden Roberts. Batting second, the center fielder, number 19, Lars Kiefer. Batting third, playing second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 27, Kane McLeod. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 22, Jace Morgan. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 25, Dexter Steen. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 23, Carter Tater Johnson. Batting eighth, playing catcher, number 21, Josh Elder. And batting ninth at shortstop is number 11, Blaine Hunt. And on the mound for the Post 22 Hardhats is number 17, Declan Mickley. That is the starting pitcher for the Hardhats and the lineup for Post 22 here for Game 1 of the state qualifier. So we get the thumbs up here, and we're ready to roll for the start of this game. So we'll head over here to our PA announcer and Kevin to give us the starting lineups and the pregame activities. This is the first game of a best-of-three series between the pitchers on the scoreboard. Post 164 for Spearfish. In hometown, Post 22 Hardhats. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineups, beginning with our visitors, as we announce their names to be shown their respective baseline. Leading off and playing left field for Spearfish, number 13, Tucker Olson. Batting second, in center field, number 50, Aiden Mervin. Batting third, and on the mound tonight, number 22, Jack Branham. Batting cleanup, the first base, number 16, Brock Lewis. Batting fifth, and pitching, number 6, Owen Bruner. Batting fifth, and catching over, batting sixth. And playing third base, number 23, Sean Sewell. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 4, Walker Weissman. Batting eighth, and playing right field, number 2, Jackson Peters Hatton. And batting ninth, and playing second base, number 11, Jack Sharp. Spearfish is coached by Carter Locks, assisted by Wes King and Dominic Santiago, and Carter Lyons, welcome the rest of Post 164. And now starting on the field, Post 22 Hardhats. Leading off and playing for base, Aiden Roberts. Batting second, playing center field, number 19, Lars Kiefer. Batting third, playing second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 27, Kane McLeod. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 22, Jace Morgan. Batting sixth,
At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please stand, get on and move your cups. After the time goes, and we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. So now the field for Lawrence. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. Gentlemen, today's the first day of the season. We start today, so brand new season. I wish you all the best. If you would, repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck, gentlemen. The great news of hope is that I will team and thank you. And now this time, let us honor Airfield with singing our national anthem song tonight by our guests, Mr. Blake Benson. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Blake. And now, ladies and gentlemen, play ball.
So, national anthem has just been sung, and we are ready to go here for game one. It's playoff time, and that is go time. Playoffs are where dynasties are born, and that's what the Post 22 Hardhats have done. 44 state championship wins. So we'll go here quickly defensively in 1 second. So the Hardhats here going from left field all the way to right. In left field this evening, number 22, Jace Morgan. In center field, number 19, Lars Kiefer. In right field, we have number 23, Carter Johnson. From third to first, around the horn, Ian Roberts at third base, followed by, after coming back from an injury, he's missed a few games, is number 11, Blaine Hunt at shortstop, Wyatt Reeder at second base, and another guy who has kind of been out a little bit with some injuries on first base is number 25, Dexter Steen. Behind home plate is number 21, Josh Elder, and on the mound is number 17, the lefty machine, Declan Nickley. So during the rain delay, I decided to write down here some stats. The Post 22 Hardhats having 92 double plays this season. They had 11 double plays in the 4-game series between Sioux Falls West and Sioux Falls East. That is pretty crazy to think of. But playoff baseball is where we see a lot of crazy stuff happen, a lot of great things as well. Amazing plays, amazing players do amazing things. We've also seen that happen this year. Records have been broken. Ian Roberts is one of them. With 109 career stolen bases, he is number one all-time in Post 22 history. We also saw a single season record broken. Second baseman number 18, Wyatt Reeder, the new single season batting average leader with a minimum of 100 at-bats this season. The previous record holder was Casey Clapperidge back in 2003 with a 496 Wyatt Reader, crushing it with a 546 batting average. He's the new single-season batting average leader with a minimum of 100 at-bats. So they're getting ready, and then before the rain delay, they had announced 2 scholarship winners from American Legion. There was 2 recipients. Both were worth $1,000 each. Aiden Roberts winning one, as well as Jana Moreno. So we are getting set and ready to go here. As leading off for Spearfish is going to be the left fielder, number 13, Tucker Olson. Declan Mickley this season, 43 innings pitched. He has a 6-win, 1-loss record. 53 strikeouts to 17 batters walked, a 1.302 ERA, and a 1.070 whip. So Mickley, he gets set on the mound with Elder as they all meet up in the middle here with some light rain coming down. We'll see how well Mickley could kind of hold up here with a wet ball, trying to keep that as dry as he possibly can. The playoff baseball is underway here from Rapid City, South Dakota. And Mickley, the windup, here it comes. First one swung on by Olson. This one is going to be a foul ball. This one is going to hook all the way to left side here. This one going towards the Hardhats bullpen for a foul ball for a strike here. 0-1 count. Mickley, who will get a new ball, so a fresh ball here. Doesn't have to worry about that here early on in this game. Here comes his windup. Mickley's 0-1. This one down in the dirt as it's actually going to come up from the turf, and it's going to get a piece here of Olson. So that's going to be a hit by pitch for the left fielder for Spearfish post 164, and that's the 4th hit by pitch of the season from Declan Mickley. And now here comes the center fielder, number 15, Aiden Meverden. So Mickley, the lefty, has a look straight ahead at Olson on first base. Here comes the first pitch of the next at-bat. This one is going to be in for a strike, and Olson taking that big step there. He wanted to go to second, so he decides he's going to hold off on first here. Meverden looking at the third base coach out in front of the Hardhats dugout for the call sign. 0-1 count, and Meverden, who is showing for a bunt right there. So wouldn't be surprised if we see Ada Roberts start coming up on this play right here until Mickley delivers the pitch. 0-1, this one is going to come up high. So that's the first ball here of the game, thrown by Declan Mickley. So 1-1 here. Waiting for his call from Josh Elder, the catcher. He will get it. Looks straight ahead with Dexter Steen with his glove up and ready. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Great delivery there from Mickley. We have a time called here. There was some thunder and some lightning, so all the umpires here are going to meet up. We will see what the verdict is going to be. We're almost here out of the storm that is hovering over us here in Rapid City. So they all will have a meeting on that third baseline, and they are going to go towards the Hardhats dugout. We will see what's going to happen. So one of the trainers here is going to come out, probably with a radar on the phone, showing here what's going to happen. And killing the momentum here in this game, and first game here of the best-of-3 series. So they're just going to shake it off like no biggie, and that's what we wanted here. So a lot of claps coming from the crowd and the players. They're going to love this. So we're going to continue playing. 1-2 the count here for Meverden. Just the second batter here in this game after a leadoff hit by pitch off of the left fielder Tucker Olson. Mickley, the left-handed pitcher, looking ahead. Here comes his 1-2. This one now up high for ball 2. 2-2 count here. And the Hardhats and Post 22 organization has had a busy week on Monday with the dinner at the Diamond. A big success. Thanks for all the people coming out to that. 2-2 pitch. This one is inside near the knees, so Mickley will play with full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. Just the second batter, and Aiden Meverden, the center fielder for Spearfish. Mickley, who is awaiting his call here from Elder. Straightens up on the mound, looks across to Olson on first base. He's going to lightly throw this one on over here to Dexter Steen. Olson, who sees that pickoff coming from a mile away. He was in there even before Mickley could even give it off from his fingertips. So 3-2, Meverden, who awaits. Mickley, let's see what he picks out here with the pitching bag. Gets another look on first. 3-2 is in. Swung on and missed. for strike 3. So that is the first out here in the game. That is the 54th strikeout of the season for Declan Mickley. So post 22 here. After Mickley, the hit by pitch, he follows up with a good showing there on the strikeout. First pitch here on the next batter. We'll go in for a strike. This is Jack Branham, who will be also pitching for Spearfish, a lefty batter here. 0-1 the count. Mickley will look over on first base again. Here's a lefty's handoff. This one's going to come in down low. Elder snags it for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for Spearfish is the first baseman, number 16, Brock Lewis. So this is the third batter here in the lineup. 1-1 the count. Mickley kicks and kneels off the mound. This one is down the middle. Holding back on that one is Branham. He'll take that one for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And game 2 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, wherever you're watching this, will be game 2 of these Spearfish versus Post 22. The 1-2 pitch is in. This one's going to come outside of the box. That one for ball 2. We also kind of saw this happen with Aiden Meverden on the last at-bat, who struck out Sweeney. Went from 2-2, fought all the way to full count, and then Mickley put the dagger right into it to give it for a strikeout. Here's the 2-2. Mickley hurls one in. This one is going to be on that bottom outside corner for ball 3. So back-to-back full counts here with the rain starting to stop a little bit, but it's still a little light rain. We'll see how Mickley is going to strategize with this, maybe wiping the ball on his pant leg, doing something here to try to get as much grip as he can with it being a little wet out. 3-2 count, 1 on first, pitches in, swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeout swinging there for Declan Mickley, and 2 away here in this top of the first inning. And now the next hitter here is Brock Lewis, the first baseman. So the Hardhats with Mickley on the mound, getting the 2 outs there on the board. Now 55 total strikeouts on the season. They still have Tucker Olson on first base following his hit by pitch. First one is swung on and missed for strike 1 here for Lewis, and the Hardhats dugout showing a lot of energy, trying to get this playoff stuff all ready to go. So 0-1 count. Next pitch is going to be dropped in. This one's for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in this top of the first inning. And the wind also really starting to pick up too here. 0-2 count. Mickley to look over the runner on first, and there's going to be a timeout called here on the batter's box by Lewis. So he will re-enter here on this next one. Mickley getting set on in. A look over the runner on first here yet again. Pitches in, up high. And that one's going to be for ball 1, as kind of all the infielders and Mickley also thought that was going to be counted for there as a strike. A close call. 1-2 count. Can't fight with the umpires here. That's one thing the Hardhats have kind of battled with this season, but you can't control them. You can only control your game. 1-2 count. Mickley's pitch swung on. This is a soft ground ball. Here's Aiden Roberts, the third baseman, the throw to Steen on first. They get the ground out, and that will be the third out here. So that does it for the top of the first inning. Post 22-0. Spearfish post 164-0 here. Just 1 inning to go. Half an inning down. Aiden Roberts and the Hardhats as well having some 8 college players, or 8 Hardhats going to play college here. So we'll go here one by one. Aiden Roberts, who just made that play to finish off the top of the first, who is committed to Garden City. We have McCoy Rippentrop going to Dodge City College in Kansas. Carter Johnson going to Iowa Lakes Community College. Jaden Moreno to Mount Mara University. Dexter Steen and Rowan Frederickson both are going to Williston State College. Dawson Inhofer to Iowa Central Community College, and Brody Thompson going to Dakota State. So congratulations to all of those 8 seniors on this Hardhats team on going to the next level for college baseball. That is awesome. That's just what Post 22 does here. And also with some other stuff going around here, the 18U team in Salt Lake City, as they're playing at the BYU field there with a beautiful view of the mountains in the background. So it's a cool place to play for them. That's where they're at. The Bullets playing in their state tournament, which is held in Yankton. That is starting Friday, so good luck to the Bullets, and as well as the Cadets. They're going to Aberdeen starting their state tournament, so good luck to both the Bullets and the Cadets. So the first 3 hitters here for Post 22 are going to be Aiden Roberts, Lars Kiefer, and Wyatt Reeder. And here are the stats for all of them. Aiden Roberts entering this game, well, this is a playoff game, but on the regular season, a .390 batting average, a .533 on-base percentage, and slugging at a .593. Finished this regular season with 69 hits, and he had the team high in runs with 82 and stolen bases with 49. So he can prove that he can come in big clutch moments, and we saw that in the last game they played, Game 2 of the doubleheader against Sioux Falls East, where it was Hardhats were trailing all the way until the 7th inning, down by 2. They managed to get the tie and then won in 8 innings of a score of 10-9. So here is Aiden Roberts to lead off for Post 22 here in Game 1 of the state qualifier. The winner of this best-of-3 series will go to the state tournament. So on the mound for Spearfish here is going to be Branham, who is just the 3rd batter for Spearfish who struck out. We'll see what his first offering is. It's going to be a lefty. Hardhats, they haven't faced off a lot of lefties this season. We saw Burnsville in Minnesota had 3 lefties in a row. First pitch, Robert sees. He's going to take a hunk with it. This one is all the way back to the wall. It hits the wall. This one out on the warning track. Roberts is going to hold off here on the second. Aiden Roberts wasting no time. First pitch he sees. He's going to get a leadoff double. And what a start there for Aiden Roberts to this playoff start. So the first hit of the game for both teams. And here comes Lars Kiefer to the plate. A center fielder, a .311 average, .440 on-base percentage, slugging at .404. And he for sure has had a hot bat here recently. 60 total hits on the season. And he really started catching heat in the Gopher Classic and the tournament up in Minnesota. Branham, the look over to second. First pitch here that Kiefer will face. This one, he'll take this one outside for ball 1. So a 1-0 start here for the Hardhats center fielder with Aiden Roberts speed on to second base. And the third baseman there for Spearfish and Sean Sewell playing a little bit tighter there. Kiefer, who could place a bunt here. Branham's 1-0. Kiefer takes a nice swing. This one is hooking on the left field side. It's going to drop. This one bouncing off the wall. Here comes Aiden Robertson to score. And the throw is in, and that will do it. So 1-0 Post 22 here as the early 1-0 lead. Roberts and Kiefer will just exchange spots here. An RBI double for Lars Kiefer. And now here is the most dangerous man hitting for Post 22 this season, Wyatt Reeder. With a .546 batting average, .616 on-base percentage, and slugging at .839. He had a 112 hit season. So here's the first pitch that Branham will offer off to him. Another look over to second where Kiefer is. First pitch, this one is coming up and high. And the biggest mistake a pitcher can do is put a meatball right down the middle for Wyatt Reeder, as he will eat it all up and put that one all the way out into the creek. So here is the 1-0. Branham on the windup as Kiefer waiting to take off to third, teasing the pitcher. Next one, a little breaker ball. This one is going to come up high at the strike zone for ball 2. So Wyatt Reeder, the lefty batter, second baseman, who played first base in that whole 4-game series between Sioux Falls West and East due to Dexter Steen kind of with a shoulder injury. Next pitch here to Reeder. This one is going to come in down low, ball 3. And Wyatt Reeder, in the regular season, he was walked a total of 32 times. And he was walked a lot in the Minnesota tournament, the Gopher Classic. So 3-0 the count following Lars Kiefer in his RBI double to send Aiden Robertson to score to make this game 1-0. And that will be a 4-pitch walk here to Wyatt Reeder. That one was coming on inside. So he will take his free base to first. So still no outs here with runners on first and second. Here comes the Hardhats designated hitter, number 27, Kane McLeod. This season, or regular season, 291 batting average, 378 on-base percentage, and had a slugging of 390. And he was a part of the 50-hit club. So Branham, we saw that lefty versus lefty matchup between him and Reeder. We'll see what McLeod will do here. First pitch, Branham delivers as McLeod went to go for that bunt there. He got a little piece of it. So that'll be counted for as a strike. 0-1 count. And Lars Kiefer also had a lot of runs in the regular season with a total of 68, and the Wyatt Reeder, who's on first with 81. So the Hardhats, they did right with leading off in Roberts, Kiefer, and Reeder, those three players having the most runs here on this Hardhats team. McLeod places this bunt down. Branham to throw to third, and in safe. So a bunt single from Kane McLeod. Instead of throwing that one over to first, he wanted to try to get the runner off a third there to Kiefer, but they're not going to get it there. So that will result into a bunt single, the second hit here of the game. Here is the Hardhats left fielder, Jace Morgan, a 348 batting average, 41 on-base percentage, and slugging at a 427, 62 hits in the regular season as well. So with bases loaded, first pitch here, Morgan will see. This one's going to be on that top left corner. It's going to be counted for as a strike. So the 0-1. Branham, the lefty, with his lean on in, the look down the middle. Jace Morgan patiently waiting here for his second pitch of this at-bat. Third baseman playing off of the bag. Here's the pitch. Morgan, a hard hit line ball. This one's going to sneak on through into the outfield. Here comes Kiefer in a score. Wyatt Reeder as well. So Jace Morgan brings in 2 runners, and now it is going to be a 3-0 game here, and that's going to put runners on the corners for post 22. 2 RBI single for Jace Morgan. Kiefer and Reeder coming in with the runs, and here comes Dexter Steen. He did not play in the infield in the Sioux Falls series between East and West as he had a shoulder injury, but we did see him DH, a 376 average, 547 on-base percentage, and slugging at a 488. He had 47 total hits in the regular season. Still no outs here, runners on the corners. Morgan taking off to second. This pitch is going to be in for a strike. They're going to go to third as well. So Jace Morgan will get a stolen base there. As we kind of saw that too when McLeod placed that bunt. The pitcher in Branham threw it over to third instead of first, and we kind of saw that there instead of the stolen base going from second. And the catcher for Spearfish and Bruner decided to throw it to third. Next one, this one's down to the turf, bounces right up into the catcher's equipment for ball 1, as that one right out in front of the home plate. Dexter Steen doesn't take after. So 1-1 count here for Dexter Steen, just the 6th batter in the lineup here for post 22. Here comes the 1-1 down the middle. This one will be counted for as strike 2. So Steen looking over into the dugout. First base is open here for someone who led the team in walks a lot this season. Steen was walked a total of 35 times. The 1-2. Pitches in. Harley. This one is swung hard. This one's going to sneak on through into the right field. Here comes McLeod. Morgan will stick on a third. So that's going to be an RBI single for Dexter Steen. Makes this game 4-0 for post 22 here in the bottom of the first. McLeod, who got on with that bunt single, he comes on in to score. So here's Carter Johnson, batting average at $1.99 with a 330 on-base percentage and slugging at 253, 29 hits. He also had a lot of runs this season with 43. Runners on the corners. Hardhats right fielder up to bat here, 7th in the batting order. We'll look over to first. Steen, a light jog on over. He's going to stay safe at first, following the pickoff attempt. So the light rain has stopped here. And so we're just a little bit here out of the storm. Hopefully the skies will clear here soon. First pitch here to Johnson. This one is going to be in for a strike. So this will start off 0-1 for Tater Johnson. Jace Morgan on third base, Dexter Steen on first. And a 4-0 game here in Game 1, the best of 3 in the state qualifier game. Here comes the second pitch by Johnson, and this one is going to be in for a strike. Johnson, who held back on that one as it was coming up a little bit high, decides to hold off. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here is the pitcher and Jack Branham. And again, another fake off the slide in. Steen, he's going to be safe there on first. Home plate umpire might check to see if this might be a balk, and it's going to be a balk. So an unearned run there for Jace Morgan. This is going to make it a 5-0 game, so that's going to move Steen on over to second base. As he kind of went to go, as the home plate umpire is explaining it here, he went to go take that step off the mound, and when he took that step going downhill, then he threw it over to first. Home plate umpire did not like any of that, and he decides to throw it over and try to get that pickoff attempt there on Dexter Steen on first. So it will still be an 0-2 count here for Jace Morgan. So all 5 Roberts, Kiefer, Reeder, McLeod, and Morgan have all scored, and they all got on base with a hit besides Wyatt Reeder, who had that 4-pitch walk. So 0-2 the count here. Looks over to Steen now on second. Steen taking off to third, swung on a miss, strike 3. But Steen will take on over there to third base, and that will be the first out here in this inning. So here comes the Hardhats catcher and number 21, Josh Elder. Elder this regular season, a .234 batting average, .392 on-base percentage, slugging at .360, and 26 hits. So here is Branham again on the mound. Here comes his next pitch. Elder, this is going to be a soft ground ball picked up by the shortstop to throw to first on one knee, makes the catch. But it's going to be an RBI ground out, which brings in Dexter Steen to score. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And here, making his first at-bat back from an injury. This is his first game back since the firecracker. So at the start of the month. So we will see what he can do here. And this season at a .341 batting average. First pitch he sees, he's going to take a piece of it. This is going to be a foul ball up and over the netting and out of play. Blaine Hunt also having a .471 on-base percentage, a .439 slugging, and 42 hits on the season. And with Dawson Inhofer, who played tremendous, filling in his spot at shortstop. 0-1 for Branham. This one is going to be a breaker ball. Comes up high in the strike zone. And the catcher there in Bruner having to reach that left glove up there to make the catch for ball 1. So 1-1 with 2 away here. The bottom of the first, 6-0 early lead here for the Hardhats. Here comes the pitch to Hunt. This one up and high again for ball 2. So 2-1 here for Blaine Hunt. Away here on his 4th pitch of this at-bat. He's already the number 9 batter in the lineup. So they will go through at least 1 at-bat here in the first inning. He'll take another piece here on a foul ball. This one is back into the netting here. So a 2-2 count for the Hardhats shortstop. Look back. Branham. The look down the middle, waiting his call from his catcher in Bruner. Here is Branham, the lefty. 2-2, pitches in, swung on, ground ball, sneaks past the first baseman into right field. And that's a welcome back hit there for Blaine Hunt. He's going to single. So now we will see Aiden Roberts come back up here for the 2nd time in this inning. He had a leadoff double on his first pitch that he saw. We'll see if he wastes any time on his 2nd at-bat, as he didn't on his first. And Hunt, who also was 2nd on the team in stolen bases, 3rd on the team in stolen bases with 32. And here he goes, takes it off to 2nd, in for a strike, and with ease from Blaine Hunt, takes on over to 2nd. So the 0-1 Count here for Ian Roberts. Branham peeks back over to Hunt. Here comes the pitch. This one is going to be taken a little bit outside here for ball one. Roberts being patient like he has all season. 3 home runs as well. He had 2 in one game against Missoula and 1 against Yankton. I'm sure that ball went into the Missouri River when he was in Yankton. Here is Hunt. He's going to take off to third. Branham to throw to third. And he's in safe. A smooth criminal from Blaine Hunt. Sneaky like a mouse. Gets into third base from second. Branham didn't even see him. So 1-1 here for Roberts. With a runner on third. Following his single, takes a stolen base to second and to third. Here is the next pitch. This one is going to come up high for ball 2 here. On to Aiden Roberts. Hardhats dugout. Teammates pumping him up here. And there was a bird that just flew over the camera. 2-1. Ron on the left-hander. This one is going to be checked on, but they're going to count it here for a strike. So it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes for Aiden Roberts. Branham the mean look down with 2-8 here in the bottom of the first inning. Puts his hands down low. Pitch is up and high, ball 3. So this is the first full count here that the Hardhats will see batting. We already saw 2 full counts thrown by Declan Mickley in the top of the first inning. So with a runner on third there and Blaine Hunt. And this one is swung, a high pop fly. This one into right field, going back towards the wall. And this is going to be for a foul. So foul ball results here into Aiden Roberts having to come back here to home plate. And he'll just keep on doing his thing. 3-2 in the right fielder. And Jackson Peters Hatton, who is under it. And soon enough, it hooked right to get out of play. 3-2. Branham. The pitch to Roberts. Down low, ball 4. So that will be a walk to Aiden Roberts. He also had 32 walks in the regular season. And we will see a mound visit here from Spearfish here in this first inning. So the Hardhats having 6 runs with 6 hits. And as well, just kind of scrapping up some stats. As Torvey, this is his 8th season coaching with the Hardhats. And in those 8 seasons, he has won 3 state championships with the Hardhats. And he had the best record with his first year in 2018 when the Hardhats went 57-12. That's an 82% winning percentage. And then last year, Hardhats went 57-17. That's a 76% win percentage. And the 2025 Hardhats, 56-8-1 at an 86 winning percentage. So highest winning percentage in the Torvey era, just in 8 years. And he is currently 373 career wins. And he had a big milestone, hitting 350 wins this season. So here comes Lars Kiefer, had an RBI double on his first at-bat, which brought in Kiefer, and there's going to be another pickoff. This one's going to sneak on through. That's going to be an error. Here comes Blaine Hunt. He's going to come on and score. Roberts, he's not stopping there, rounding second, and he will hold off on third. So it's now 7-0 here for the Hardhats. Blaine Hunt with an unearned run. We also saw that earlier from, I believe, Kane McLeod following the balk. So 7-0 now. That's the first error of the game. And Kiefer, who hasn't even seen a pitch here yet on his second at-bat of this game. Branham on the windup. Here is the release from the lefty. Down low into the turf. Bounces up into the chest pad here of Bruner, the catcher. Keeps it under control. And you don't want to test out with the cheetah there on third base and Aiden Roberts. If that one gets away there from Bruner, the catcher, Roberts will take it on and come on in to score. 1-0 count here. Next pitch down to the turf, takes a weird bounce up and into the mask almost there from Branham to Bruner. Pitcher to catcher. 2 balls, no strikes, still 2 outs here. Following the strikeout from Carter Johnson and then the RBI groundout from Josh Elder. So Branham has his call. Roberts right behind him on third base. Here's the next pitch. This one is going to come up high, ball 3. So the first 2 pitches here of this at-bat were in down low, bouncing off of the turf and into the paraphernalia of Owen Bruner. And that last pitch, that one coming up to the attic of the batter's box. Here's the 3-0. Pitch is in. Kiefer takes a swing on it. He just got a little piece of it with the bat, so a foul tip results here to his first strike of this at-bat, 3-1. Wyatt Reeder on deck, if they get to him here with 2 outs, as Branham has this call from Bruner. Here's the pitch. Kiefer another swing. This is going to be a foul ball up and in the air and out of play. So a full count here, 3-2. These will be the last games played at the Black Hill Surgical Ballpark here at the Fitz for the 2025 season. With the season coming to an end. 3-2. This one outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here from Aiden Roberts and onto Lars Kiefer. 3rd walk allowed on the day. So here comes Wyatt Reeder, and he was walked on his first at-bat. Just 4 pitches in, all taken for 4 balls. He also has a run here today. And he was one of the factors in that Sioux Falls East game where they were trailing him and his little brother in Jackson Reeder. Coming up big with some hits. And here comes Kiefer. He's going to take off the second. The throw not in time. So a stolen base there from Lars Kiefer. And Reeder also took that first pitch there for ball 1. So the Hardhats today having 4 stolen bases. 1 from Kiefer, 1 from Jace Morgan, and 2 from Blaine Hunt. So 1-0 for the Hardhats second baseman here, the lefty hitter, and Wyatt Reeder. On him, the pitch, up and away. Reeder is going to boot, scoot, and boogie his way backwards. Doesn't want to take that one up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on second and third, and Kiefer and Roberts. 2 away still here in the bottom of the first. 7-0 the score. Branham, pitch. Reeder, swing, sneaks on through. Here is Roberts, and here is Kiefer. So a 2 RBI single for Wyatt Reeder makes this now 9-0 here for post 22. And the damage has been done from Wyatt Reeder. We also saw a 2 RBI single happen earlier in this game, and that was from Jace Morgan. So both Roberts and Kiefer getting their second runs of the game, and all of them having them done in the first inning. So here is Kane McLeod, who had a bunt single. First pitch he sees, takes a swing, absolutely crushes it. Going to the left center wall. This one bouncing off the wall. Reeder's going to round third. McLeod will hold off on second. So an RBI double for Kane McLeod, who hammers this ball all the way, almost hitting the scoreboard, and boogie dances on second base. And we're going to see a pitching change here early in this game for Spearfish, or it could be a mound visit. This is their manager up here to the plate, or to the mound. So with that hit from Kane McLeod, that's the 8th hit of the game for post 22, and they have scored 10 runs. And then now the next batter here will be Jace Morgan. So it looks like the day is done for Jack Branham. Starting pitcher, he threw 1 strikeout. That was to Carter Johnson, but he's allowed 8 hits and 10 runs. So they're going to throw in Jack Sharp. So Sharp is going to come in to pitch. We'll see who they're going to move around in the infield, because Sharp originally started here on second base. So just only 0.2 innings pitched here in this game from Branham. So they're just going to do the 1-for-1 switch there. So Branham is going to go to first, and they're going to move Brock Lewis to second. So that is just going to be the minor change that they will be doing. So they go from a lefty here to a righty. And while we're waiting here, another crazy stat that you can soak all in here. Through 1970 and 1987, the Hardhats won 18 consecutive state championships. Most wins in a single season was in 1993 when they won the American Legion World Series. They went 70-5 with a 93 win percentage, and you can't tell me that is the dream team or not. Post 22 under Coach Dave Plouffe, who coached from 1965 to 2011. He had 2,473 career wins, and his overall record was 2,473 wins to 808 losses. And that's why his name here is on this field. Dave Plouffe Field, one of the greatest coaches, the greatest coach here in Post 22 history. So with Kane McLeod on second following his RBI double, which hauled in Wyatt Reeder to score. First pitch that Morgan's going to see. Hammers this one into shallow infield. It's going to bounce. Here comes Kane McLeod. The throw is going to come into home, but not in time. So an RBI single from Jace Morgan gets his third RBI of the game already on his first pitch that he sees. So the Hardhats, and they're ready for playoff baseball, as they had a few days off, get some rest, having the guys being banged up here, like Dexter Steen here at this at-bat. On his first one, he had an RBI single. They're going to try to pick off Morgan there on first. He's going to be in safe. So Steen, who catches it with his right hand, and this pitch is up and away, ball one. So Scharf just on his first pitch of the game. Jace Morgan got not a piece of it, but all of it into shallow outfield. This one's going to come in pretty close there. Now where Dexter Steen wants to get hit. Now where Noah wants to get hit for ball two. So he's going to settle back in here to the lefty's batter's box. Jace Morgan as well having a stolen base in this game, who is on first, tiptoeing closer to second. Next pitch down low, shin level for ball three. Steen 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Hardhats up 11-0 over Spearfish post 164. Scharf, and this one is going to be in for a strike. So 3-1. Always a take there from the batter. Jack Scharf pitches in. This one is up high, ball 4. So that will be the first walk that he will allow today. First time Dexter Steen has been walked. And now this is going to pull in Carter Johnson, who is over 1 today with a strikeout. He had the first out in this inning. So the Hardhats have already gone. Most of these have had a bat, almost 2 at-bats here in this game, and it's only the first inning. Scharf first pitch here. Johnson sees, takes a swing here, and he'll miss for strike 1. Morgan on second and Steen on first. They're going to let Steen be alone there on first with the runner off of the bag and the shortstop in second base and close distance. And Johnson on this next one, fouling off. This one up and over our heads here in the crow's nest. So for that foul ball, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Here is Jack Scharf. Look over to Morgan on second. The righty hands one. This one is way out of control. It's going to go over the head there of Bruner. So a wild pitch will move over the base runners to second and third. And that was taken for ball 1 there onto Carter Johnson. So Scharf, after that one, slipped out on him. One that he wants to get back. 1-2 count. Home plate umpire gives the heads up here. 1-2 pitch. This one swung on. This is going to be put into the ground. It's going to be picked up here by Braun on the throw over to first. So Johnson will go 0 for 2 today with that ground out there to the second baseman. But in a very impressive 11 runs in the first inning here to kick off game one of the state qualifier game. They have sent their message, and Declan Mickley, who will make his return back out here to the mound. So there was 2 runners left on in Jace Morgan and Dexter Steen on second and third. So the 3 due up here for Spearfish are going to be the catcher Owen Bruner, then the third baseman number 23 Sean Sewell, and then the shortstop number 4 Walker Wiesman. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV. We'll let Declan Mickley get his warm-up pitches in. We'll be back to start the second inning here on Hardhats TV. All right, back and ready to go here for the start of the second inning. As Declan Mickley, in that first inning, he threw 2 strikeouts to Jack Braunham, who was the starting pitcher. They moved him over to first base, and to Eden Meverden, the second and third batters. They were back-to-back strikeouts. And then we saw the leadoff hit by pitch on Olson, and then Brock Lewis, who had that ground out to Aiden Roberts. So here comes Owen Bruner, the catcher. He will be the leadoff man for Spearfish in the second inning. If you have not caught on yet, Hardhats in the navy and the royal blue jerseys, they are red on the scoreboard, and Spearfish in the dark jerseys, they are black on the scoreboard. First pitch here by Mickley in the second inning. This one's going to come up and high. A little steamer to it for ball 1. Mickley with his trademark hands up high with his windup. Here comes his step down on the 1-0 pitch. This one is going to be just a little low, the strike zone for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here for Bruner, the catcher. Mickley, all there at head level, 2-0 count. First strike here in this inning thrown by Mickley. So 2-1, that one down the middle. Bruner will just be patient here and waits for one that he will take. 2-1 count. Mickley, the step back. Kicks and deals off the mound. Swung on and missed. High and tight pitch for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter Owen Bruner. And the start of the second inning. Hardhats up 11-0. Mickley gets his call. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the 3rd strikeout here of the game for Declan Mickley. So that's the first out here in the inning. So the next batter is third baseman Sean Sewell. So back-to-back righties that Mickley will face off against. He saw a lefty in Meverden on his second at-bat, and first pitch, this one coming up high, and that's going to be a high swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 count. Mickley got his call from Elder, the catcher. Here's the 0-1 windup. Pitch is going to be up high for ball 1. Same spot where he put it there on that first pitch of this at-bat. It was just a high swing there from the Spearfish third baseman. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Mickley, drop back, step into it. Pitch down the middle for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. After it was a leadoff strikeout from Owen Bruner. Hands up high. Mickley will raise the roof here, if there was one. Pitch is inside, almost close to clipping the leg there of Sean Sewell for a hit by pitch. But it's not going to get a piece of him, so that will just be for ball 2. 2-2. Mickley back on the mound, doing his job. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts, number 4 on the day for Declan Mickley. And he keeps racking them up here every single game. He's averaging at least 3 strikeouts a game. So we have the third batter here in this inning. It's the shortstop number 4, Walker Wiesman. So it's a lefty versus lefty matchup here. Here is Mickley. First pitch. This one is going to be a high pop-up. This one is headed towards Dexter Steen. This one is just going to have enough hook to it to the right side. It'll be counted for a foul ball. So Wiesman got first pitch. Again, he wasted no time there. We saw Aiden Roberts do that on the first pitch of the game for the Hardhats hitting. And he hit it off with a leadoff double. So getting set in. Next pitch, and a little bit of a dropper ball. Makes him look a little silly for a swing and a miss for strike 2. So Walker Wiesman, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Mickley, total of 4 strikeouts, 2 in the first inning and 2 in the second. He could make it a third here. Deep breath, pitches in. This one will be taken outside for ball 1. A good pitch there from Declan Mickley, trying to see if Wiesman is greedy enough to take after that pitch on that one outside. 1-2. Drops him in down low. Here's Mickley. Delivers. Swung on and missed on a high pitch. So not 1, not 2, but 3 strikeouts for Declan Mickley there in the top of the second inning. And so his 5th total of the game. Coach 22 goes into the bottom of the second. Still holding on to that 11-0 lead. And the leadoff hitter is going to be Josh Elder, followed by the shortstop, Blaine Hunt, and then the third baseman, Aiden Roberts. So that is going to be the 3 due up here for Post 22. But it's so crazy to think that through 1970 and 1987, the Hardhats won 18 consecutive state championships. And those were all under Coach Dave Plouffe. Plouffe, who started coaching in 1965 all the way to 2011. So we'll see Jack Scarf getting warmed up here, but we'll go through some MLB scores here until we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Currently, the Toronto Blue Jays facing off against the New York Yankees. It is a 8-4 lead for the Yankees. And those two teams really battling it out for the AL East. Blue Jays having that series lead, and the Yankees were holding on to that standings for a while. And they have dropped on down. Boston Red Sox up 6-5 over the Philadelphia Phillies at the middle of the 8th. And one more here before we get to the game. Tampa Bay Rays 6, Chicago White Sox 5. That one into the 6th inning. So we're back here in the game. Here is the Hardhats catcher in Josh Elder. He had an RBI ground on his first one, which was scooped up by the second baseman, a light throw on over, and that one brought in Dexter Steen to score. So first pitch here in the bottom of the second. Scarf, this one is going to be up and in for strike 1 here for Josh Elder. And with the rain coming on down again here, just very lightly, 0-1, now a 1-1 pitch. That one was taken up high and outside for ball 1. Here is Scharf again on the mound. A right-hander after making that move. Only .2 innings pitched in this game for Branham, as that one had a little drop to it. It wasn't in the strike zone, as that was for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Up high, ball 3. So first pitch that Josh Elder saw, it was taken for as a strike. And the last 3 here for 3 balls. 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. Elder will take it for ball 4, and he will take the walk and lead off here in the bottom of the second. So here comes Blaine Hunt. Had a really nice first at bat back since he was injured. His last game that he played was in the Firecracker tournament. He had a single, 2 stolen bases, and a run. So with Elder on first, Elder who finished the regular season with 2 stolen bases, every Hardhat player had at least 1, and this is going to be a ground ball scooped up by the second baseman, Lewis, so that's just going to be a fielder's choice. They're going to get Elder out on second. So that's one away here. So here's Aiden Roberts. 1 for 2 today. A double and a walk. So we will see what he can do here on this at-bat. Third AB of the game already, and we're just in the bottom of the second. Here is Scharf as they're going to try to go the direction of first base where Blaine Hunt is at, following the fielder's choice. Here's the first one that Roberts will see. This one is down low. Skids off home plate for ball 1. Re-enters the batter's box. Right-hander turns over his shoulder, looking to the runner there on first. Here's the pitch, swung on Roberts. This is a high fly ball into left field. Running after it. This one is going to be caught. And Hunt. And that will be tagged up there from Blaine Hunt. So the fly to left there from Ian Roberts. Here is Lars Kiefer, as he is well 1 for 2 today, with an RBI double and a walk today. So with 2 away following the fielder's choice from Hunt, and then the fly out there from Aiden Roberts. Here is Scarf. Look back to Hunt. First pitch here to Kiefer is up and high for ball 1. So the 1-0 count. I got a little confused there when Blaine Hunt tagged up from first. He's on second now. 1-0 with 2 away. Here's the pitch as Kiefer takes a hack. This one into left center. This one has a chance of dropping, but it will be caught here by the left fielder. And Tucker Olson, and a great catch there with some running. So that's back-to-back catches that he made. So post 22, make it a quick, short second inning. So we go into the third. Hardhats 11-0 after scoring 11 runs in the first inning. So we'll take another short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll be back to begin the third inning. So new pitcher here on the mound to start the third inning here for the Hardhats after Declan Mickley threw 5 strikeouts, not allowing a hit nor a run. Again, 1 hit by pitch. Here is Ryan Negebauer. He will start the third inning this regular season. 46.1 innings pitched, a 5-1 record, 63 strikeouts, 32 batters walked, a 3.475 ERA, and a 1.532 WHIP. That was for Ryan Negebauer in his regular season stats this regular season. Going into his senior year at St. Thomas More. And it was a little not so difficult because the Hardhats didn't put a lot of mileage on their arms to the pitchers in the Gopher Classic, so they kind of had a little bit of some availability if you take it that way, but they had some more control with their pitchers. They had McCoy Rippentrop, who had enough pitches. He pitched just perfect in the Gopher Classic to give him enough to play in that first game against Sioux Falls West. They went through a few guys. We saw Jaden Moreno. We saw a lot of those guys who also pitched in the Gopher Classic, who also did in that 4-game series between West and East. So leadoff hitter for Spearfish will be right fielder Jackson Peters-Hatton. Ryan Negebauer, his first pitch here of this game. This one's going to come in down low as into the turf for ball 1. Could have slipped a little bit. Also his first pitch. Here is his second. This one down low again for ball 2. Eller gets that catcher's mitt right on under and scoops it up pretty easily. So he'll take a little step here off the mound and recollects his thoughts. The 2-0. Pitch comes. This one is going to be in for a strike. So the first one there thrown by Ryan Negebauer. 2-1 now. Here for the Spearfish right fielder and Peters Hatton. Next one is in for strike 2. So the first 2 must have just been a decoy, as they were kind of in a little bit down low towards the turf, and his last 2 putting some heat onto it into the strike zone. 2-2. Negebauer not playing around. It's going to be for ball 3. Oh, I thought it was for strike 3. I spoke a little too soon. So full count here to start off this 3rd inning for Jackson Peters Hatton. Negebauer the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. So that is now the 64th strikeout of the season for Ryan Negebauer. And that is the 6th total strikeout for a Hardhats pitcher in this game. 5 for Mickley. And now 1 there for Ryan Negebauer. So here's the 9th batter in the lineup for Spearfish. This is Jack Scharf. And Negebauer kicks and deals. First pitch. This one's going to get a foul tip. This one also gets a piece of the home plate umpire. Hit it right on his inner leg. So they'll let him kind of take a second here. So 0-1 following the foul ball. And the last 4 batters for Spearfish have struck out. It was the 3 batters in the second inning, Bruner, Sewell, and Wiesman. Well, all 3 had strikeouts, made it a quick and fast top of the second. So the 0-1 following the foul ball, that also got a piece of the home plate umpire, and a staring match here for Ryan Negebauer, the look down the middle. There's going to be a quick timeout called here by Jack Scharf, and he clearly didn't win. He stepped out of the box, so he lost to Ryan Negebauer. 0-1. Here is his next one. This one down to the turf. Plays that bounce. There is Josh Elder for 1-1 in the state tournament in Watertown, South Dakota, July 29th through August 1st. Negebauer is 1-1. This one is going to get a piece there off the elbow pad. So that is going to be hit by pitch, and we are seeing some sunlight here in Rapid City after it's kind of been a rainy, cloudy day. So Scharf on first base with a hit by pitch. That is Negebauer's 9th hit by pitch of the season. Or excuse me, 6th. 6th hit by pitch of the season. So now we go back to the top of the order here for Tucker Olson, as he had a leadoff hit by pitch in this game. It was the only time that Declan Mickley allowed a batter onto a base. So here is Negebauer, the right-hander. Here is this first one. This is going to be fouled off, up and over the netting. And Eller, who is just going to have a quick discussion with Ryan Negebauer here on the mound. Olson, who made 2 great catches in left field to get the last 2 outs there in the bottom of the second for Spearfish. So he's been a big player for them fielding. So it's an 0-1 count after the foul ball there from Olson. This is second at bat for the leadoff for the number 1 man in the lineup. Negebauer will look behind him to see if Scharf will move or not on first. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be dropped in just perfectly in the strike zone for strike 2 by Negebauer. So 0-2. Draws his line on home plate. Gets his stance ready. Ryan Negebauer, the 0-2. Put some zip on it. This is swung on. A line drive into left field. This one is going out of play. It's Jace Morgan, who was moving it all the way over there to that fence. And we know Jace Morgan, who has made some incredible plays. He made 2 just outstanding plays against Sioux Falls. Both were diving catches from his hip. Amazing fielding plays and catches from Jace Morgan all season long. 0-2, Negebauer's pitch. This one's going to come up high. And Scharf, who is about a few feet out in front of first base there. Elder, who has the cannon there to throw it to second. if need be. 1-2, Negebauer here. Got him in the corner of his eye. Pitch is swung on. Blaine Hunt trying to make the diving play. He can't get a hold of it. So that is the first base hit here of the game for Spearfish. It's going to be a single there for Tucker Olson. That would also move on Sharp over to second. So here comes the center fielder, Aiden Meverden, with the first strikeout of the game. So with only one out, runners on first and second here for Spearfish as Blaine Hunt, great effort there on that dive attempt trying to stop that rolling ground ball. Just a little bit out in front of him. Negebauer, first offering, a high pop-up. This is going to be for a foul ball. And that one had some serious airtime to it. This one is out into the parking lot and out towards the dumpsters here in this area by Sioux Park, Bacon Park. So 0-1. Negebauer now has to worry about runners on first and second. Following the base hit there from Olson, as here's the next pitch. That one's going to call for strike two. Just on that top line of the strike zone. Negebauer will take it any day here. Here is Aiden Meverden, the center fielder. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Negebauer shakes off the first offering there from Elder. He'll take the nod on the second. A look again to second. Here comes the pitch. High and up high. It said the same thing there for ball one. High ball and inside was what I meant to say. Negebauer getting his final checkdowns here before his 1-2 pitch. The peak on second. Here it is. That one is going to be up high as Meverden thought he got struck out. He started making his trot over to the home plate, and him and Elder having a discussion at home plate. That one, we'll get a good kick out of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Negebauer the pitch here to Meverden. This one is going to be for ball 3. Close call there from the home plate umpire. He had his arm out. It almost looked like he was going to make a motion, but he did not. So it'll just be for ball 3. 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's Negebauer. Musters this one down to the turf, ball 4. So bases will go loaded for the first time today here for Spearfish. And for Negebauer, that is the 33rd walk allowed on the season. So now here comes Jack Branham. Now is at first base after starting this game pitching. Negebauer the first offering. This is swung on. This is going to be a ground ball. It's Reeder. The underhand scoop to Hunt. Over to first, and it's a double play. What a way to finish out the top of the 3rd inning in a 4-6-3 double play. Reeder to Hunt to Steen. And that trio connects. So that's the 93rd double play this season for Post 22. And what a way to get it done with bases loaded. It was a nice ground ball. Had a little bounce to it there from Branham. Reeder, who just had to move over to his right side, gets it. Hunt covering second. And the bullet of a throw over to Steen, who that play down went down into the turf as well, flashing the leather. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the leadoff hitter for Post 22 is going to be Wyatt Reeder, followed by Kane McLeod and Jace Morgan. So we'll take a short break here on Hardhats TV, and we'll let Jack Scharf get his warm-up, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd here on Hardhats TV. So we're back and ready. Bottom of the 3rd action here in Game 1 of the state qualifier. Best of 3. And the winner of the series will go into the state tournament. So it's Hardhats, the number 1 seed, facing off against Spearfish, the number 15. First one here to Wyatt Reeder. This one is high and outside, ball 1. Reeder today, 1 for 2, a walk and a 2 RBI single. Next pitch he sees, this is going to be a pop-up, this one into left field, hooking into the Hardhats bullpen, so now they don't have to worry about not losing balls in there. Wyatt Reeder adds one there to the collection. So 1-1. Back into the batter's box he goes. Here is Scharf on the mound. Wind up, righty delivers a breaking ball to the drop for ball 2. So Wyatt Reeder staying patient. Took that swing on that one. Here's the 2-1. Scharf up and away, high to the left side. We already saw one wild pitch from him when he on one of the first 1 or 2 at-bats that he faced off against. So 3-1. Here's the pitch. Reeder, this one was inside. Here is the ground ball. It's going to be scooped up. The throw to first. So that is going to be the first out here on the ground up there from Reeder. So here comes Kane McLeod. Today, 2 for 2 today. A bunt single and an RBI double. Hardhats with 11 runs, 9 hits under their name here on the scoreboard in left field. Here is Scharf. First pitch. This is a breaker. And this one up high to the strike zone for ball 1. And that wind starting to pick up a little bit again here. 1-0 count. Scharf swung on a miss here by Kane McLeod for strike 1. Kane McLeod, you also will see him in the outfield. He's also kind of have had some re-aggravating injuries with his hamstring. That's why he's kind of been mostly DH this season. His next pitch down low and outside for ball 2. Doesn't want to injure it over and over again, which makes sense. 2-1 count. Scharf, the breaker ball, a ground ball, sneaks past the third baseman, the shortstop. The throw to first is not going to be in time. So that'll be a single from Kane McLeod. He goes 3 for 3, and that was a close one. As it got by the third baseman and Sean Sewell, and then it was the shortstop in Walker Wiesman, who kind of lobbed it on over like an NFL quarterback with a lob pass over to the first baseman there in Branham. And McLeod, who had the speed to beat it all out. So here's Jace Morgan, but Kelvin Torvey here for the Hardhats. They're going to have a courtesy runner come in for McLeod. They're going to have Dawson Inhofer do it. So Inhofer will come in as a courtesy runner. McLeod following his single, 3 for 3 on the day. So this will be Jace Morgan here on the at-bat, 2 for 2 today. 3 RBIs in this game and 2 singles with a stolen base and 2 runs. Scharf, first one here. This one on that top left corner, outside, ball 1. For the Hardhats left fielder in number 22, Jace Morgan. Scharf turns and leans, look behind him to the runner on first. Pitch is in. This one's going to sneak away. Inhofer running on cross to second, so a pass ball. Sneaks past there from the catcher and Bruner. Inhofer takes full advantage, so 2-0 count. Morgan back at it with his stance. Now with Inhofer on second instead of first. Scharf the pitch. Morgan takes a swing. This is going to be a foul ball. This one up and over the hill, and this one again bouncing out into the parking lot. 2-1. A new ball given here to Jack Scharf, who came in with 2 outs left in the first inning. And he's pitched since then. Here's the next one. Morgan takes another piece of it, fouls. So for a 2-2 count here for Jace Morgan, 1 out after the leadoff ground out from Wyatt Reeder, which was scooped up by the second baseman for Spearfish and Brock Lewis after making that adjustment for Branham to first. So here is Scharf, the next one. A breaker that carries outside, ball 3 here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dawson Hofer on second base came in as a courtesy runner following Kane McLeod on a single that he just scurried on over to first. Scharf the pitch. Morgan a ground ball. Gets by the pitcher. Picked up here by the third baseman. The throw to first is going to get him. So that is going to be a fielder's choice. And puts Inhofer there on to third base. So here comes the Steam Bean. An RBI single. So actually that would not be a fielder's choice, I don't think. That would just be a ground out. Steen today, RBI single and a walk. First pitch he sees, this is going to be in for strike 1. Scharf will look back over. Here is the next one. Down the middle for strike 2 here. So Dexter Steen is kind of laid off here, and we have a rainbow there in the back screen where the sun's starting to show. So the 0-2 count here. Scharf the pitch. Steen gets a little piece of it to stay alive here on the 0-2 count. 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hardhats have not scored a run since the bottom of the 1st, where they scored 11. That score has just been the same since. 0-2, breaker, this one down to the turf. Steen, first 3 pitches he saw. Goes in for a strike on the last one. He got a piece of it on the foul ball, which helped him stay at 0-2. 1-2 pitch from Scharf. Steen, this is going to be a ground ball. It's going to stay fair, and he won't attempt to run it out. So that will just be there. So they're going to look at it. So might be a foul ball here, as there's just some confusion. So Steen didn't take the run there. So they're going to call it a fair ball for the ground out. Steen, who I believe thought it was a foul ball. That's why he didn't attempt that run there. So they're just going to go back to the dugout. So a little confused there to finish out the bottom of the 3rd inning. It will be a ground out from Steen. I think he thought that it was just a foul ball. It might have got a little piece of him on his cleat or something. So they will just call it there for a ground out. It was still in the field of play. So there was still 1 runner left on. That was Dawson in hope for the runner on 3rd. So Ryan Negebauer back here onto the mound, starting off the 4th inning. We'll resume here with more MLB scores around the league. Really good game to watch. Boston Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies at the tie game, 6-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tampa Bay Rays up 7-5 over the White Sox in the bottom of the 7th inning. Not Oakland anymore. The Athletics and Rangers tied at 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Final score, Cincinnati Reds shutting out the Washington Nationals of a score of 5-0. Miami Marlins beating the San Diego Padres 3-2. We saw the San Francisco Giants beat the Atlanta Braves 9-3. Pittsburgh Pirates defeat the Detroit Tigers 6-1. That's a big win there for the Pirates. The New York Mets defeat the Los Angeles Angels 6-3. Kansas City Royals defeat the Chicago Cubs 8-4. And the Rockies shut out the St. Louis Cardinals 6-0. Something you don't see every day. That was their 26th win of the season. The Houston Astros defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3. We saw the Brewers put the beating on the Mariners 10-2. Dodgers beating the Twins 4-3. Guardians beat the Orioles 3-2, and the Blue Jays beat the Yankees 8-4. So that is the MLB current scores and final scores here of the day. So leading off here in the 4th inning for Spearfish is going to be Brock Lewis, followed by Owen Bruner and Sean Sewell. Following that 4-6-3 double play to finish the top of the 3rd inning from Raider Hunt to Steen. So Negebauer, the first pitch here in the inning, up and high, ball 1 start. So Negebauer gets his feet where he wants him here on the mound. Takes a step back, 1-0 deliver. This one foul ball for a 1-1 result. 10 hits now for the Hardhats here in this game. Kane McLeod having 3 of those, as he is 3 for 3 on the day. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Here is Negebauer's pitch, up and high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Negebauer had a little step there off the mound, and now he re-enters onto it. 2-1, takes the step back. Here is the pitch, swung on down the middle and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. Leading off hitter in Brock Lewis here in the 4th inning in Game 1 of the state qualifier game. Best of 3 series. Here is the next pitch. This one is up and high. Ball 3 here. So full count to kick off the 4th inning. It's just kind of been a pitching duel between both of these pitchers. We've seen a lot of full counts here in this game by both pitchers for both teams. 3-2. Here is his Negebauer's pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Stays alive on the 3-2. As Spearfish, who had 1 hit, that came from the Tucker Olson single. So 3-2. Lewis away here on the next pitch. Negebauer down the middle, catches him looking, and that'll be a strikeout looking for the first out here in the 4th inning. So Negebauer, who had one swing there in the 4th inning, and now has one looking here in the 4th. So here is Owen Bruner, who struck out on his first at-bat here for the Spearfish catcher. Negebauer, his first pitch is going to be in down low. Elder trying to pull that one up high a little bit, trying to frame it in for a strike. So it'll be for ball 1. Negebauer, another step back. Here is the pitch. Down the middle for a strike. Just had enough whip onto it to get that one for a great call. 1-1. Negebauer musters up high, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 4th inning. Here's the next pitch from Negebauer. This one just trailing on that outside corner of that box. That's going to be in for ball 3. So Negebauer, who has walked a batter here in this game. Negebauer's next pitch. This is swung on a high fly ball. This one into left field. Jace Morgan, who is under it, and he will make the catch there. So that's the 2nd out here in the 4th inning. A fly ball pop from Bruner. So here is Sean Sewell, the 3rd baseman, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Here is Negebauer on the mound, back to doing his magic. First pitch is going to come up high for ball 1. So 1-0 count. That one on the screen there got a piece of the rainbow and then right back down to Jace Morgan. I wonder if he had a taste of the rainbow. Next pitch here, foul ball on a 1-1 count. So the foul ball here for Sean Sewell. Ryan Negebauer. 1-1. He's this one in for strike 2. Now it was a little bit inside, but it'll do the work. 1-2 count, 2 away. 1 strikeout, and the fly pop it to left field, which was caught by Morgan. Here's the 1-2. Almost catches him looking. That's going to be for ball 2. And Sewell making sure he's playing up and in close and tight there. He saw that one all with his eyes. Here's the 2-2. Negebauer's pitch, the dropper. This is a hard ground ball. Wyatt Reeder, the scoop at second. The throw to Steen on first. Gets him. So the ground ball, that will do it here. For the top of the 4th inning, Hardhats still up 11-0 here over Spearfish in Game 1 of the state qualifiers round. It is playoff baseball. And when we get back, we'll start the bottom of the 4th here. So we'll be back here on Hardhats TV to start the bottom of the 4th in just a few seconds. All right, back here to start the bottom of the 4th inning here. As a new pitcher on the mound for Spearfish is Sean Sewell, a right-hander on the mound. So they're going to move a few guys. Brock Lewis across the 3rd. So they just kind of rotated that whole infield out following the pitching change, and then leading off for post 22 is going to be Carter Johnson. So here is Tater Johnson for the Hardhats right fielder this evening. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a groundout. We'll see what the first pitch will be here from Sewell. Started this game at third base, now pulled into the task here to pitch. And first one, Johnson, we'll see. He's going to let this one go in down the middle here for a strike on a breaker that just had enough to drop in for a strike. 0-1. 23 versus 23, both numbers for the pitcher and batter. This one takes a bounce off of the turf. The release just not what Sewell wanted there. So for ball one. 1-1 count. Johnson, who will wait. Sewell, the right-hander, gets his call, straightens up, pitches in, as this is going to be in down low for ball two there. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Johnson. Patiently waiting the next pitch here from Sewell. Lifts the leg off the mound, pitches in. Johnson gets a piece of it there on the foul ball. So 2-2 count will be the result. Pats the chest, re-enters the batter's box here. 2-2, leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. Sewell has his pitch he wants. Here it is. Down into the turf, plays the bounce. This will be for ball 3. 3-2 for Tater Johnson here, leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 4th, an 11-0 lead for the Hardhats over Spearfish. Has his call here as well. Pitch is in down low, ball 4 for Tater Johnson. So a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as this is the first time that he has been on the base here today. And now up next here is Josh Elder. An RBI ground out today and a walk. 0 for 2. So Johnson as well, this regular season he had 18 stolen bases on first, and they're going to try to go a quick pick off there. He's going to return, just gets that right leg onto the bag in time. So well, here's the first pitch to Josh Eller. This one is going to be in for a strike. So the 0-1 start. Trying to get something started here on this at-bat after Johnson, who was very patient, and they go his direction there on the pickoff attempt again. He slides in safe. So a lot of pickoff attempts in the Sioux Falls East and West series. So here's the 0-1. Pitch is swung on a miss. Johnson, the takeoff to second. This one's going to squeak on by. Johnson is up. He's taken off to third. The throw from center field. The third takes him off the base. So that one from first results him all the way to third, as that was also taken for strike 2 there from Josh Elder. So here is the 0-2 count with a runner in scoring position on third. So Sewell had a step there off the mound. He's going to get what he wants, or wants to place his feet here on this next pitch. The 0-2 is in. Elder just turning outside of that one. He didn't want to take that one off the shoulder, so that'll be for ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Johnson with his leadoff of third. As well, pitches in as Elder gets a piece of it, stays alive here on the 1-2 count on the foul ball. Waiting for one that he can just get a little piece of here and get this squeaked on pass in the infield to bring in Johnson to score. Or even a sac fly would do. 1-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitches in. Top left corner. Ball 2 there. Good eye from Josh Elder. Stays patient. He doesn't chase after it. 2-2. Sewell will look back over. Righty delivers. Outside, ball 3 here for Josh Elder. So Elder, who started 0-2, and now he's fought all his way back here to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Looking for the 11th hit of the game for the Hardhats here. Swell the pitch. Eller swings and misses. Strike 3. So that is the first swinging strikeout here for Spearfish today. As that is going to... that is the second strikeout of the game as Jack Bronham had a strikeout there on Tater Johnson on his first at-bat. So 1 away. Here comes Blaine Hunt. 1 for 2 today, a single and a fielder's choice. And first pitch that Sewell will offer to him. This one will be in for a strike. So the 0-1 count here for the Hardhats shortstop, the youngest player on the Hardhats, as Jackson Reeder kind of held that title for a few games. Here's the 0-1. Hunt, a nice low swing. This one in the outfield, takes the drop and brings Johnson on in to score. So it's now 12-0. And that will be an RBI single there from Blaine Hunt. So the Hardhats continue the scoring on. So here's Aiden Roberts. Roberts today, 1 for 3, a double, a walk, and a flyout. So with Hunt and his low stance, they're going to go that direction, and the tag there just won't get him in time. So he's safe on the pickoff attempt. This is Aiden Roberts with his 4th at-bat of the game. And in the first 2 games against West, he had 10 at-bats in 2 games in 1 day. And next pitch here, this one is going to be in for a strike. So the first one he sees, 0-1. 1 out following the strikeout to Josh Elder. That makes Elder go 1 for 3 here today. Hunt slides in safe on first. After Sewell, the quick turnaround, throw over to first. 0-1, Sewell. Back-to-back times, this one's going to sneak on away. I wonder if that also got a piece there of Blaine Hunt. So he is up and okay after back-to-back pickoff attempts. So 0-1 count here for Aiden Roberts. Batting first in the order here in the third baseman for post 22. Here's the next pitch. Hunt takes off to second. The throw is not going to be caught. It drops out. So that is the 3rd stolen base of the game for Blaine Hunt. Speed, speed, speed is all in his mind here today. So now instead of a runner on first, they have a runner on second. Roberts here facing on a 1-1 pitch. Sewell delivers this one down the middle, in for strike 2. Roberts is laid back on this one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. After Johnson came in to score, it's 12-0. That's the first run that Hardhats have scored since the 1st inning, where they scored 11. Hunt taken off to third. Roberts, this is a ball hit. Here's the shortstop, the scoop. The throw is going to be not in time. The flash comes in to Aiden Roberts. He's going to get a single there. So that's going to put runners on the corners. That's his 2nd base hit of the game. And the 12th total for the Hardhats here in Game 1 of the state qualifier. So here's Kiefer. He's also 1 for 3 today. An RBI double, a walk, and a flyout. He has 2 runs and a stolen base. So with 1 out, Kiefer takes the step on in here in the batter's box. Sewell has a runner back behind him with Roberts on first. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him take off, and here he is. Pitch is going to be taken for a strike by Kiefer. Roberts sliding in safe on to second. That's his first stolen base here of the playoffs. 0-1 count here, so the umpires will shift around. 0-1 here for the center fielder and Lars Kiefer. Sewell has his call from Bruner, the catcher. Here's the pitch. This drops into the strike zone for strike 2. 0-2 with Wyatt Reeder on deck. Blaine Hunt's on third, Aiden Roberts on second. Both of them managing their ways to steal and get to those bases. 0-2 pitch. This one takes a bounce off the turf into the netting. Here comes Blaine Hunt. He's going to score in from third. And that'll also move Aiden Roberts to third. So now it's 13-0 here for Hardhats. An unearned run from Blaine Hunt. That is his 2nd run of the game. With Roberts on third now. 1-2 for Kiefer. With 1 out. Sewell Looks straight ahead to Roberts on third. Here's the pitch. This drops in for strike three. Catches him looking again. So he catches Elder swinging, and he will catch Kiefer looking. So two outs here in this bottom of the fourth. Here comes Wyatt Reeder. Reeder 1 for 3 today, a walk, 2 RBI single, and a ground out. Roberts still on third. Sewell first pitch here. This one's down low. Another time there that Bruner trying to pull that one up quickly. Trying to pull a fast one here on the home plate umpire. Trying to frame it. 1-0 count here. Pitch into Reeder. This one drops in the strike zone here for a 1-1 count. So that breaker ball is pretty common here for Sewell and for the Spearfish pitchers here. Trying to give it a little bit of that spin there. Not so much velocity the Reeder could take. He's going to put this one here to the dirt. It's picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first, not in time, so that will be an RBI single, and he will pull in Aiden Roberts to score. So now it's 14-0 here for Post 22 as their third run scored here in this inning. So we will see Dawson Inhofer come in and bat. We will also see a pitching change for Spearfish. So we'll see who they're going to pull out. They might go here with Brock Lewis. So it's going to be number 4, Walker Wiesman. So tomorrow, game 2 at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So the Hardhats, most likely we're going to get the game 1 victory here. Bottom of the fourth inning, up 14-0 with Wyatt Reeder on first base. And then Dawson Inhofer, who is going to make his first at-bat here in this game. For Inhofer this season, a .304 batting average, .390 on-base percentage, and slugging at .399, 42 hits on the season. And with him playing in the infield when Blaine Hunt was injured, he had a lot of playing time and a lot of fielding time. So he still kind of has that hot bat this season. So Kane McLeod, who went 3 for 3 today, after they put Inhofer in as a courtesy runner, they decided that he's just going to come in and fill in for him. So Inhofer will be the DH here for the remainder of the game. So this is Wiesman will be the pitcher as Sewell, who started pitching in the fourth inning. He has 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. This is now the 4th different pitcher here for Spearfish in this game. So here's Dawson Inhofer. We get set and ready after the RBI single from Wyatt Reeder. He's on first base. Wiesman, the right-hander, swung on by Inhofer, a hard hit ground ball. It's going to get picked up. The throw to first is going to get him. So that'll be the third out here in the fourth inning. So we go to the 5th. First pitch there from Inhofer, put this one down and into the ground. And he was scooped up by the shortstop. And the throw to first just beat him in time. So we will take one short break here on Hardhats TV before we start the 5th inning. So we'll be back on Hardhats TV to start the 5th. So new pitcher on the mound for Post 22. It's number 28, Broden Sales. So Hardhats, they went from Mickley to start this game to Negabauer, and now here to Broden Sales. This season, 29.2 innings pitched, a 2-1 record. He has 31 strikeouts this season, 56 batters walked, a 5.191 ERA, and a 2.629 WHIP for Broden Sales. And the first three batters up here for Spearfish are going to be Walker Wiesman, followed by Jackson Peters Hatton and Jack Scharf. So he'll get his warm-up in, starting the top of the fifth. Game 1 of the state qualifier game. Best of 3 series. Game 2 being played tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm used to saying Central Time, but we're back home now. So we'll see the second lefty of the day for Post 22. So Wiesman today, 0 for 1 today with the strikeout. The Hardhats will salute each other with tapping the hard hat, taking it off, and tipping it to the outfielders as well. Josh Eller returns back to his respective position behind home plate at catcher, as him and Brody Thompson have split most of the time here in the regular season. We'll see who will be catcher tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. First pitch for Sales. This one is just going to be a little low of the strike zone. Taken for ball 1. 1-0 count. Wiesman back into the batter's box here. Lefty versus lefty. Sales hammers one over. This is hard hit. This one into right field. Carter Johnson is under it. Makes the catch. One away here on the fly out to right field. Here in the top of the 5th inning. So here is Jackson Peters Hatton, the right fielder, as well 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. So he gets settled on in after Hardhats get a little help from the right fielder in Johnson. Sales first pitch here. This one is going to be down the middle, putting some Chinese mustard into it for down the middle for a strike one. 0-1 count here. Glove over the face. Quickly gets the call. Pitch is in. Down low. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 13 hits in this game for the Hardhats with 14 runs. Spearfish having no runs with 1 hit. Next pitch, this one is going to be a little down low. Could have been called there for a check swing. They're going to hold back onto it as they're going to check it here on the first baseline. But he said that they didn't go. So that will be for ball 2. So no matter what, the home plate umpire was going to be right about it. 2-1 count. Sales. The windup. Pitch comes. This one down low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Just the second batter in the 5th inning for Spearfish. This is Peters Hatton, the right fielder. 3-1. Broden Sales, the lefty, has his call. Steps off the mound. Pitches up and in close to him, ball 4. So that will be a walk here, and that will put a runner there on a first. And now here comes Jack Scharf. Had a hit by pitch, as he has had the longest pitching stint here in this game for Spearfish. He came in from the first with 2.3 innings pitched. And this one is in. That's going to land between right and center. So that will be a base hit. That's going to put runners on first and second here for Jack Scharf. So they're going to waste no time there. So back here to the top of the list for Spearfish. This is Tucker Olson. Hit by pitch and a single today. So Sales with his look down the middle here. A double play could possibly be in the hands here. Hardhats trying to play a little bit into that shift. Reader and Hunt and Steen have already connected with each other to make a double play here in this game. So Sales, who will take a step here off the mound, slowing it down a little bit. Looks back here to the runner on second. First pitch of the at-bat here on Tucker Olson, as it's going to be called for a strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Olson taps home plate here. Both runners getting their lead off. Steen, who is playing off of first base. Sales, the 0-1 delivery. And Swan on. This one is into left field. Morgan giving chase. Loses the hard hat. This one is going to land. So here comes one runner rounding third. Hunt has it. He's going to rope this one into third. Roberts is going to have a little bit of a rundown. So that is going to be 2 outs, but Spearfish is going to break the egg for them. So they get 1 run in to score. An RBI double for Olsen. So 14-1 to score with 2 outs. Here comes Aiden Meverden, the center fielder. A strikeout and a walk today. Broden Sales has his call, looking down the middle. The bat stance, he is ready. Here comes the pitch. This one is going to be up high. Ball 1. One more out here, and the Hardhats will win the first game here of the state qualifier best of 3 series. 1-0, Sales up high, ball 2. So Sales just trying to get a little bit of the jitters out here. After this is just his first inning pitched here in the 5th. 2 outs after that run down to the runner on third, and then the fly out from Thiesman. 2-0 Sales, making sure he's got a good eye of the runner on second. Pitches in, this one in for the first strike here. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Sales just trying to precisely target this one, almost like a game of Battleship. You're trying to guess where you want to put it and where that other guy has his war tanks, and a tag. He's going to get him! Blaine Hunt! An amazing pickoff, and that will do it. The final score. Post 22-14. Spearfish post 164-1. So that will do it here on Hardhats TV.
We will see you all tomorrow night. If you could, we see some fast lines, see you and urge you to please put that up in home shops. And we'd love to see all of you back here tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. for week 2 of the series.
So Post 22 getting a big dominant win here to win the state qualifier game 1. So they lead the series now 1-0. Tomorrow game at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That'll be for game 2. And this game, was really big for Post 22. They had a lot of runs, 13 hits, 14 runs. Spearfish at the end of the game, they got 1. But, all the Hardhats players, first 5 hitters, 6, all had base hits. All of them got on base. Kane McLeod had a really big day. He went 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. So they've kind of been going back and forth with that. And then he kind of came out. He would have had his 4th at-bat of the game, and then they decided to put in Dawson Inhofer. And Declan Mickley, wow, what a performance he had. He pitched 2 innings. He had 5 strikeouts. So my Player of the Game award will probably most likely go to Declan Mickley, the lefty throwing machine. So that's going to wrap it up here on Hardhats TV this evening. I thank you for watching here for Game 1 of the Qualifier Series. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time for Game 2. You're listening and watching on YouTube here on Hardhats TV. This is Wyatt Simmons signing off. Have